Why do we, as a species, place such significance on a seemingly simple biological process? What makes sex such a complex, multifaceted, and above all, essential part of our existence? Welcome to a journey through the intricacies of human sexuality. Dive deep into the science, the psychology, and the sociology that underpin this fascinating aspect of human life. Sex, in its most basic form, is a biological function. It serves a straightforward, practical purpose: the propagation of the species. From a purely scientific standpoint, it's a process of combining and mixing genetic material from two organisms to create a new one. This concept, known as sexual reproduction, is common across a vast array of life forms on Earth. But why? Well, it turns out that sexual reproduction offers significant benefits. It creates genetic diversity, which helps populations adapt to changing environments and resist diseases. So from a survival standpoint, sex makes a lot of sense. But for humans, sex isn't just about survival. It's also about pleasure. This is where things get really interesting. Human beings are one of the few species on the planet that engage in sex for reasons beyond reproduction. We do it for connection, for enjoyment, for expression. This duality of purpose is part of what makes human sexuality so complex and so fascinating. And then, of course, there's the psychological aspect. Sex is tied up with our identities, our emotions, our relationships. It's influenced by societal norms and personal beliefs. It can be a source of great joy and intimacy, but it can also cause stress and confusion. This complexity is why understanding sex requires more than just biology. It requires a look at psychology, sociology, and even anthropology. It requires an exploration of how sex interacts with our minds, our cultures, our histories. So what does all this mean? Well, it means that sex is more than just a physical act. It's a social construct, a psychological experience, a biological imperative. It's a deeply personal part of who we are as individuals and as a species. In summary, sex is a multifaceted phenomenon that touches on various aspects of human existence. It's a biological process with profound social and psychological implications. It's a source of pleasure, connection, and sometimes confusion. It's an essential part of our lives, our cultures, and our identities. Understanding sex, therefore, requires a broad, interdisciplinary approach, one that looks beyond the physical act to the complex interplay of biology, psychology, and society.